Welcome to Mindless Shenanigans, where the takes are hot, the jokes are wild, and nothing is off limits. Quick disclaimer: everything you hear is strictly opinion, personal perspective, or just flat out nonsense. We do not condone violence or violence behavior. Don't come for us. This is for entertainment purposes only, not facts, not legal advice, and definitely not safe for any sensitive ears. So buckle up and let the shenanigans begin.
Welcome to Mindless Shenanigans. I am your host, Teflon Don. And as you can see, things started off really loud. So the question today is, why does the world seem louder but less informed? We're going to dive deep into that today. One of the things you can see on the graphic, one of the things we all have, everyday part of our life, is a phone or a tablet, electronic device. A lot of the time that's used when we're scrolling, not just on social media, but mainly. It could be about phone, business. You might be texting, might be researching. Most of the time, and every action on your phone includes a scroll. What is that scroll doing for you? Does it give you information? Does it bring you to reality? What is the reason? Is it a distraction? How much information is too much information? Is what you're seeing on your screen actually information or just talk? Everybody has a voice and everybody is allowed to share their opinion, whether it be online or out in the open. But it can become dangerous when we mix too many things together in a pot. What does that mean? You might not always get what tastes what you want it to taste like. How many times have you scrolled on your screen and seen something that gave you an instant reaction that triggered you, whether it made you happy, sad, angry, you laughed, whether you hit the share button or you scroll past? Why did you stop? The information out here is not that it's bad, that it's being filtered. And are you filtering the right information the right way? Let's break it down the difference between information and understanding. There's an article posted about a young man walking through his neighborhood late at night with his headphones on, with a drink in his hand, and Skittles. Comes to find out he's chased and gunned down by a man who claims to be this young man is doing things wrong. When you see that story or hear that story or bits or pieces of that, what that relates to or what it sounds like, what is your first reaction? Was it that young man was at the wrong place at the wrong time? What was he actually doing something wrong? Was him wearing a hood the issue? Or was the man who shot him defending himself? How do you decipher that? How do you break that down? How do you know the truth? It's always deeper what's on the screen. And it's always deeper than what they show you. Everybody has an opinion on something, but what is their intent on sharing information said? Every day is something new. News travels fast. Social media used to be about engaging, sharing, liking, connecting. Now it's turned about who's first, who's viral. And viral never means a bad thing, but is it viral for the right reasons? Are we putting videos out that are viral because we want to shame people or lift people up, or because it's entertainment and we're mocking it? Social media is a platform that should be used in a safe way to express yourself. But every scroll on your phone is deeper than an engagement to somebody else's analytics. It's to draw you in and program you and make you aware. The algorithm is really what it is called. What we engage with, what we like, what it believes, what you want to be shown. So when we think back and look at our algorithm, is that really what we want to see? Most things that first people click on when they see the post, they're more likely to comment than actually to post the video itself. More people are worried about the reaction of what's out there than actually understanding what's actually out there. Some of the things you see aren't the things that you saw. Just because you're looking at it, that doesn't mean you know what you see. The truth is always harder than accept, than go through the now. It's crazy how we it's crazy how we went to making sure we wanted to have good content to just making sure um, we went viral or that we were first to do it. Because it's a whole bunch of content out there that doesn't get seen because of the context of said content. Drop a comment below if you believe if you've been quiet or if you've been loud, or if you think the word is too loud, if you think it's not loud enough. Drop in the comments below. Tell me what you think. Just remember, just because you're looking at something, don't mean you know what you're seeing. But on the real, you can't even trust your memorization today. The real skill, discernment. All right. You gotta go in there and figure that stuff out. You can't just trust what you see on the internet, what's posted and everything. You might have to do your research. You might have to get up the OGs, your aunties, and your grandmas and find out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I learned something new, uh, something that's crazy today. You know, regarding death and small children, and how unfortunate how it was, and how things changed, and how they named it and how they presented it. That's crazy if they was to put that out there and do things like that. Uh, the price of freedom today is noise. How loud are you? Because that's what you see. Who's the loudest in the room or who's the loudest on the internet? Because some of the stuff that you see is shenanigans. you know, and yes, we are mindless shenanigans, but this is real. Not just being loud, just to be talking, just to be saying it, doing it just to be out here. All right. To be less informed is also now going to be something if you're lacking, can also be something that can kill you or get you hurt. Because if you're not aware about what's going on, how they moving or what's happening out here, even the news, people who watch the news every day say they watch it. What is it that you actually see? What are they promoting based on what you actually see in your neighborhood or what your neighbors are talking about or what your neighbors are concerned about or your people at work are actually concerned about? Is that what the news is bringing to you? Are they informing you? Are they inciting you? Let them know what's going on because we here for it. At the top of your screen, you can see where you can find Mindless Shenanigans on all your favorite platforms: YouTube, Threads, Facebook, all right, Instagram, TikTok. Like, subscribe, and share. Mention this in some of your shenanigans. Tell us your thoughts. But to have your phone, hit that scroll, nothing but a game. I'm here for it. I mean, now credit. You can sit here and say, well, how many people have you seen online that consider themselves an expert of something of some sort? What are their credibility, excuse me, their credibility, their credibility. What is their credibility? How many people are selling something that background might even be of that strong suit? I mean, not to knock nobody or us, but let's say, how many people have you bought a course or bought something for somebody who's selling something and they don't know what they're talking about? Come out to be a fraud because of some information that you saw online, because of what was presented. They loud about it. They all over the screen. All algorithm hitting them up. Everybody know about them. They aware or aware of what's going on. So how we miss it then? Some shenanigans shit. The hardest thing that everybody have today, whether it be people you work with, some of your family members, some of y'all people y'all lay next to, siblings, your bosses, is trust. It's hard to trust what you see online. It's hard to trust what you hear and read. That's why you gotta have discernment. You gotta be able to filter the difference between what's loud, what's calm, and what's right in between. I mean, reading something the other day, the rumor was somebody said this individual was missing. And the rumor started online. Only for this person to have to make a claim to identify themselves is not being missing. What kind of rumor is that? Now, you can say most people gonna say, well, when you see something missing, we want to share the news. Correct. But what is this source of information? Did the police information release this information? Did a loved one report this information? Right? You got AI. We see it all on our phones. You see the models of some of the favorite people that you might influence by, inspired by, like and follow, whether it be on a TV screen, an athlete, a rapper, a singer, an actress or actor. How many people show you something on their phone and say, "Have you seen so and so doing that?" And you say, "That ain't real," but they believe it. So how scary is that? That's loud. What's the difference between looking at me and some AI right now? How are you gonna verify that? Can't believe what you see online. You got to decipher for yourself. How can you be more informed? And are people gatekeeping? What's going on? So let's break that down. The people who are sharing the information or getting the information out there to let you or allow you to see it or not to see it, what impact does that have on you? How does that make you feel? Because gatekeeping is all the way around. Information of the good or the bad, so-called conspiracies. Your friend got a spot they want to hit up. They don't let you know. You say, man, why you gatekeeping? You got some new performer or cologne on. You don't tell them what the sin is. You gatekeeping. Okay, they tell you that, but then they don't tell you, man, 3 or 4 months, they about to start changing this paperwork to look a certain way or these laws or these bills. Because some people can say, well, they can look that up. But if you're aware of it, are you sharing with your people what's going on? Are you telling them in the next 6 to 9 months what's looking like today won't be the same? Are you gatekeeping? We all got to do better. Make sure when you loud, your message is heard. The people understand clearly what you're saying. So there won't be a misunderstanding of what they heard. Make sure you be loud about that. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and share the Mindless Shenanigans on all your favorite platforms at the top of your screen. You see it right there. Let's ask ourselves this. Is misinformation the real issue or is it attention spans? How long are you on your phone scrolling? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Some people might say 10, 15 minutes, maybe at a time. How many times a day are you scrolling for how long? How long are you watching actual videos? How long are you willing to watch the whole context of what's being said or what's being explained to understand the real information that's being in front of you? I just think we got short attention spans. No different than how the music goes. We got short attention spans. Things be hot for a week or two, next thing is gone. You pull up something, how many times you seen it for the first time? They like, man, that's old. I've been seeing that. You like, what? Things travel fast, but that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a lot of good things to have in our voices and for us to connect. Things do travel faster. We can get educated about other things, history, cultures, right? Bringing awareness, situations in other cities that's going on, unfortunately, with some people. It's a lot of things if it wasn't for social media, if it wasn't for people wanting to express themselves, we wouldn't be aware. So we definitely got to make sure and be aware that there are air positives, there are more negatives. Yes, clickbait is a thing. You see a video, might see a celebrity that might have been trending. They use that picture or video just for it to be something silly or not related to what's going on, or a caption, or just a flat out lie, just to start a rumor. Clickbait, and people feed into it and believe it's real. So, yeah, don't fall for none of that. We might have saw something that was interesting, then you thought about it and said, "Nah, that ain't real." No different when you get a text message. You get a bill collector text message and you know you didn't paid it. Some of y'all know to click it, some of y'all don't. And there's a reason why you know not to click it. Some of y'all might not click it because you don't want to pay it. That's probably why. But if you did pay it, then you know that's a scam or a fake package delivery, anything like that. It's funny out here. But let's not forget the downside is are people sharing the right information. Because a lot of people will share the misinformation or fake news. And fake news doesn't mean it's necessarily not real. Fake news isn't always not real. It just might not be new. Don't think about that too much because I said what I said. What you're looking at isn't always what you see. And that's the only thing to be understood out here. Make sure that people that you are listening to and are inspired by are shown with confidence and some expertise or some little support of what's going on. Like I said, the upside of us connecting and having a voice is seeing things that we wouldn't even want to be able to see. It's the reason why one of the platforms was trending for the content that was being shared in other countries' algorithm that was shared in other countries' algorithm. Why are we shown hate and divide and anger compared to love, history, education, awareness, togetherness? And it's not that it's not any of the content. Why isn't more of it being pushed out there? Because of the reactions that we give to the content that's not that. That's why. So that's your social media diet. What is it? What are you on social media for? Yes, it's entertainment. Yes, it may be something to look at. What is the impact for? Some people can filter out the information and it just be that because they say it's just social media and take it as such. Some people thrive on it, live on it. You might know a person like that. They thirsty for likes, thirsty for the follow. And I'm not talking about, the follow for follow. I'm not talking about showing love or support. I'm saying do things to get attention to assure we follows. I'm not talking about somebody entertainment. I'm not talking about somebody having talent. That's not what I'm referring to. Crying, asking for attention, doing things that they know that they don't even talk about in private, but it's on social media. Or if you ask them about it, it's not a conversation. Or they're willing to talk about you or put something out there, but not confront the person. Or sharing everybody business, family business. How many times have you seen a post where family members say, "Hey, we got to take that down. This ain't what we do." Mistakes are mistakes. That's true. People are emotional, but that's why you got to be able to filter the information out. We all done made mistakes online for sure. But every day you gotta get better. That screen time, drop in the comment what's your screen time daily. This is a matter of purpose. I mean, hey, a couple hours a day scrolling, you're gonna see something you like, see some things interesting. You might learn things. You might go down a rabbit hole. But what's really going on? Are you being tricked? Are you being manipulated? How many people you know the manipulated situation just for attention? Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, we all be emotional, make mistakes. But outside of, maybe you're losing a loved one, something like that, obviously somebody done lost a job. But how many of you people saw it and cried over a situation, put it up online? Have you ever or known somebody ever to record themselves crying, don't know what it looked like, just to do it again? What we doing? Clickbait, attention, manipulation? Sad. It's a cold world out here. Anything for attention. Tagging people, telling them you're gonna pull up and fight. What's going on? We too thirsty out here. And if you know somebody that done did something for attention online, drop the mindless emoji in the comments. All right? Because it ain't nothing to play with. To make sure you know where it's at, make sure you follow us on all your social medias: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Instagram. Like, subscribe, and share. All right. But don't forget, you scrolling, make sure it's with a purpose too. You know what you're looking at. Make sure your algorithm fit the right way. How many of you guys been out in public or women, scrolled, seen something that you might should have had your headphones on? You know, that's how you know the algorithm is wild. Don't get in trouble neither. A lot of y'all out there, especially if you got any in or out of town shooters, send them home. Is the world louder but less informed, or just misinformed and manipulated? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is Mindless Shenanigans. I'm Teflon Don. Thank you for tuning in. We love and appreciate everybody. See you next time.
That's a wrap on this episode of Mindless Shenanigans. We appreciate you tapping in and vibing with us. If you laughed, learned, or yelled at your screen at any point, go ahead and follow us everywhere. We're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all of it. Just search Mindless Shenanigans. Don't forget to subscribe, rate the show, and share it with someone who needs the shenanigans in their life. New episodes dropping weekly. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and stay a little mindless.